Hi, this is Samantha, and I will be talking about social health in my interview. Social health is our ability to form healthy relationships and rewarding interpersonal relationships with others. If you have a good social health, you will adapt to social situations, balance your social and personal time, have an ability to develop and maintain friendships, create boundaries in friendships and relationships, and have a supportive network of family and friends. Sadness affects social health because sadness affects relationships. You may not be able to form a healthy relationship if you are sad all the time. Depression may cause you to not want to be in a relationship with anyone, and it can cause you to break up with someone. Sadness does affect our social health. I interviewed my mom, Lisa, about social health. She is 55 years old. This is our interview. What are some of the most important lessons you feel you have learned over the course of your life regarding relationships and family?
I have learned to always to be honest with yourself and your partner regarding the expectations you have, what you're looking for from the other person. You need to really balance that with who the other person actually is. There are going to be things you will never change. You need to know if you're willing to accept that and still be happy yourself. To have a healthy relationship, you would need to have a pretty solid sense of who you are and what you want.
What are some of the difficult or stressful experiences you have had in relationships?
Was in an emotionally abusive relationship for about a year and a half, which was pretty brutal. You're always second guessing yourself, living on eggshells. It's a pretty miserable existence. I was lucky and able to get out of it before it became physical abuse. But it was extremely stressful and scary, and a huge relief when I was finally able to get away. When I met my husband, he had custody of his son from a woman in another relationship. She was mentally unstable, and I raised her child as my own. It was difficult in the sense that I needed to deal with her on a regular basis and get my son through the aftermath of the many bad decisions that she made.
What is the secret to a happy marriage?
Pretty much it's accepting, in my mind, accepting your spouse for who they are. You got to find the balance between who they are and what you need to feel fulfilled. Honesty and trust, of course, are important. Love is important, but not the key, because you can love someone but not be able to maintain a relationship with them due to either timing, family, location. You also need to realize a marriage will always have ups and downs. You will not be happy every minute. There's going to be fights, but a strong marriage will make it through.
What are some of the bad choices or mistakes in relationships you made that you have learned from?
Okay, well, I learned that you never just settle with someone who doesn't make you happy, which is what I did in the emotional abusive relationship. You just settle because you don't feel like you're ever going to meet anyone else. You should never do that. You also need to be pretty sure of who you are and what you want before heading into a serious relationship. You need to figure out what you're going to be willing to deal with and what you want out of it.
What have you learned about relationships now as compared to when you were 20?
To take myself and my own needs into account, not just the other person's. I learned you can't make somebody into what you want them to be. You have to either accept their faults and deal with it or move on. And also that you're never ever going to be happy 100% of the time. There's always ups and downs, but the ups always should outweigh the downs.
To wrap it up, my mom talked about her relationships and the impact they have had on her life. That is what social health is about. It is our ability to form relationships with others, and all relationships will have an impact on our lives. Social health is important as we age. We all want to have meaningful relationships with people we trust. Thank you for listening. Have a good spring semester. Stay healthy and safe.